5, 4, 3. It is. Who knows what will happen at 0? Yeah, you haven't been able to see this. There we go. I just have the wrong video there.
Ah,
Hey, there we are. How are you, Lewis?
I am good. I'm good. We finally got over our technical issues and are live to air on the tubes of you.
Yes, yes, we sure are. And if you are watching on the YouTubes or the YouTubes of you, please remember to like, share, and subscribe because that would be nice. It's a good thing to do. It's good karma.
It is. It is very, very, very good karma.
Mm.
How are you, sir? I'm knackered because I've been filling in. I might have mentioned it last week. I don't know. I'm very tired. I was filling in for Ada, who does the show before mine on Radio Fremantle, 107.9 FM, the top station on your dial. Uh,
Sorry, what
and
was that
so
again?
it's my show. I do a show on
Ah,
Radio
yes.
Fremantle. Yeah, yeah. So I've been doing it for like the last
20
20 years or
years?
so.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, so the show before mine, Ada does a show called Hashtag Italia, and she hasn't been there for the last 3 weeks because she's gone back to Italy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think every now and again you've got to go back to Italy to refresh your Italianness. So she's done that, and I've been doing her show. So I've been doing a music show and then doing my movie show straight afterwards, and then I come home, eat some food very quickly, and then start doing Spooky Quokka. So
Yes.
it's like a full day of work, and then it's
More
more work.
work.
But this is fun. This is fun work. Fun
Yeah,
work.
the good work.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I hear episode 2 of a little TV show called Miss Marvel has recently graced our small screens.
It has. It has. And yeah, the first episode wasn't a fluke. Like Ms. Marvel episode 2 is just as good. It builds on the setting they had in the first episode. Um, it was with any like superhero origin film, you've got they've got the power section,
You got the
and then
power.
you've got then you've got the learning to use their power.
You mean
Well,
when
episode 2.
you mean when someone comes up to you and says you're going to be a Jedi?
Yes, that's
Yes.
quite right. Yes. And they put a thing on your head and go, I'm going to shoot you with little laser beams, and you got to stop it with this light stick. Um, but yeah, but Ms. Marvel, she's got to figure out how to use the power of the light formations that she's creating,
Mm-hmm.
and she realizes that she can use them to not fly, but she can like use them as stepping stones to move around in like places you can't move around, um, which is kind of cool. It's her powers because in the comic books, she's more of a stretchy kind of character,
Yeah, she's an
whereas
Inhuman.
here,
Now, I'm pretty sure just before going any further, we don't really need to say it, but just in case, um, we should make sure that people know that these are potential spoilers ahead.
yes, quite right, yes.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, so it was a good episode to like just see her like trying to figure out how to use her powers. You got to see a bit more of a like not just her family kind of situation, but also the wider kind of community that she's a part of in the Muslim community, and going to the mosque, and seeing like the separation between genders in the mosque as well, because like in the mosque you've got the men sit up front next to the person who's like giving a talk, and the women are at the back and like behind the screen and stuff. So it's kind of interesting to see the division within that community. But yeah, it was just a great episode, and I'm really liking the way they've gone with her powers, because I think had they've gone with her being just a stretchy person, I don't think it would have the same visual impact as this does.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely ties her more into that whole Miss Marvel, the Captain Marvel universe. But for me, the
Yes, yeah,
highlight of the episode was the 100% increase in Kingo references from the Eternals.
yes, very true. Yes.
That
Well,
made
I
it for
mean,
me. That was
Yeah, you
like,
got to
yeah, that actually justified the Eternals existing. That's the only that's the
you
only
got a
other
Bollywood
reference we.
character. You got a Bollywood character. You got to talk about it when you got a couple of people from India and Pakistan who into Bollywood films. So they if even if they don't do a full length Bollywood film with Kingo, they should at least do a short.
That would
Really,
be awesome. I suppose when he's
yeah,
finished doing Obi-Wan.
true. Yes, yes, very
Yes.
true. But yeah, Ms. Marvel, I think, is just great. It's some of the best work that Marvel TV has done, and yeah, it's only 2 episodes in, but I'm just enjoying the hell out of it. So I can't wait to see where it goes.
Okay, shall we talk speculation? Shall we get our tinfoil
So,
hats?
so are you asking the question? Will her third personality show up in Miss Marvel?
Yes. Is Miss Marvel really Jake Lockley? No. Is she
Yes.
an Eternal or Eternal adjacent?
How an Eternal? That's interesting.
The power comes
I'm
from
not
within
sure.
her, and they
Yeah.
mention the Eternals, like yeah, a particular member of the Eternals a few times. So I'm wondering if that's sort of seeding something there.
Like maybe she's a child of an Eternal.
If that is at all possible, I don't know if it is, but
Well, I mean, her great grandmother, it was her great grandmother disappeared, and she kind of reappears in this episode a couple of
yeah,
times.
in visions,
So,
or perhaps
so
visions, or perhaps communicating through the bangle.
or maybe she's in the bangle.
Yeah, in the quantum
Mm,
realm.
yes, yeah, that's right. She could be stuck somewhere, and
Yes,
Kamala's going to get her out of there.
yes. The not surprising heel turn of the boyfriend. Do you think it was a heel
Was it
turn
a
or
heel
not?
turn? No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think it's I think that you know how they were making jokes about them being cousins and that sort of
yeah.
thing. I reckon legit he's a cousin. I reckon the lady in the back of the car is his mum, and she's related to Kamala.
Okay, that would mean that they're half cousins.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Hey, this isn't like a former New York mayor um, marrying a cousin. I don't know if they'll do that. See, I'm thinking the damage control as coming across as the villain is going to be the swerve, and they'll actually
Hmm.
be doing something good. You know, recruiting the young Avengers type of thing, or trying to find replacement Avengers. While he, because I mean, okay, let's face it, Kamala's a nice young lady,
Yeah.
but you know, she was batting out of her league.
I don't know.
You
I
know,
don't know.
so I think it
Uh,
was there specifically to get her.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Maybe. I mean, yeah, he did seem to target her kind of. So I think you might have something there. I'm thinking that yeah, he's a relation, and he kind of knows what's going on
right.
because
Well,
the grandma knows more than what she's telling you.
of course she
The
does.
grandma is like, yeah, she's not being upfront and honest.
Okay.
Being all like darkness and shadows, and is not telling the truth.
He also keeps on calling Bruno Brian, so obviously
Yes.
it's a bit of a dick.
Well, yeah, yeah. It's just
No,
one of those
no,
things. Yeah.
just just say. So hey, if you're listening, sound off in the comments. Do you think that Bruno, not Bruno, God, what's his name?
I'm
Oh,
not sure. I can't.
that's hang on.
You've got all of the tech. I'm using my tech to film this thing.
Okay, IMDb. Marvel. It's going to bug me because I'm. That's really annoying because I've suddenly forgotten it. What's his name? What's his name?
While you look that
Yes.
up, I found this before, like when I was waiting for things to get going. And it's a Lego set from Iron Man 3, where it's Iron Man versus the Mandarin in his battle car. Like I don't know if you remember that scene from
Oh,
Iron
oh,
Man 3.
yes, of course. It was a very important, vital part.
Yeah,
Uh,
look, there's that scene where the Mandarin springs out of his battle car and launches himself at Iron Man.
yes,
So yeah, we all remember that scene. Oh, it was
yes,
great.
that was a fantastic, fantastic scene. Uh, Cameron,
Cameron,
yeah, like
I'm glad we
Imran.
waited for that.
Yes, yes, because it was so obvious, and I was like, but it's been a day. Uh, yes, I reckon he is actually going to be the villain.
Okay, interesting.
Um,
We shall.
Now I can't really think of any comic parables to this, but Miss Marvel's never really been a comic I've gone into greatly.
Mm,
So we shall see. It's fun not to know.
yeah,
Because nine times
it
out of ten,
is.
99 times out of 100, when we go into a comic based movie, we know the beats, we know the backstory.
Yes, yeah.
We can put things together from here, left, right, but this one's actually quite fresh for me, which is good.
Well, that's what I like about going and seeing a comic book movie where I haven't read the comic book, because it's like going into the cinema like a normal person. So it's kind of refreshing to do that.
No, no, it's not. No, as you know, if I need spoilers. I need the info right away.
Mhm.
There we go.
Yes, yes.
So
Have you booked your tickets for Thor: Love and Thunder yet?
no, I have not.
You haven't? Oh,
No,
okay,
when's that out?
I
Soon.
have. Yeah, it's in a few weeks' time. It's in July, so yeah, not long to go.
Uh, one day at a time. One
When
day at a time.
when am I booked in to go and see? Uh,
So if you want to stalk
it
Lewis,
is sixth. Yes, the 6th of July. I'm going to see Thor: Love and Thunder.
uh, six
Um,
seven two two.
yes, that's
Yes.
quite right. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to that. It's like with Hoyts. If you go and see it at Hoyts, they usually give you a little gift if you're one of the first people to see it in the Lux cinemas.
Mm-hmm.
So it's usually like I think it's going to be like a poster book like they did for Doctor Strange.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And usually other people don't pick up their copy, and I end up with a few more. So
Brilliant.
I've still got a copy of that and the Batman one to give you
Oh,
when
brilliant.
I see
Yes.
you next time. Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Any more
Mm.
comments on Miss Marvel before we move on?
No, no, no. I think it's as I said, it's a great TV show, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so remember, please do like and subscribe to Spooky Quokka. And if you have any comments, yeah, you know where to go.
Yeah,
Hey, look, my hand's just there. Ooh. Um,
yeah.
yes, please do feel free to share, like, and subscribe. And we will now move on to Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, yes.
Excellent. Oh my God, that episode last night was great. I realized that just as I was looking at this before, this is my Star Wars Force ghosts, uh, and Yoda is now really the only one in there that is. Could you imagine if they updated this again and like put Ewan McGregor in as opposed to Alan Guinness, Alec Guinness?
I'd be okay with
Like
that.
in the end scene, it's kind of like when you become a Jedi Force ghost, you just de-age.
Yeah, you sort of like, go back in time and retroactively,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think maybe the rationale behind Anakin Skywalker, his ghost looking like Hayden Christensen, is that the older Anakin was Darth Vader,
Hmm.
and that when he redeemed himself he became Anakin again, and therefore he looked like himself as a ghost.
Yeah.
That's one way of rationalizing
Yeah,
it.
before he fell to the dark side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly,
that's
exactly.
sort of the
Whereas
only.
Obi-Wan Kenobi,
It's pretty much the only way you can rationalize it.
yeah,
Yeah,
whereas with Obi-Wan, he's kind of always been a good person,
yeah.
and so he's just going to look like the old dude forever.
Hey, before we talk about the episode,
Yes.
if they were to redo the original trilogy, right? All new
Hmm.
casting, should Ewan McGregor reprise the role of Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Oh heck yeah, yeah. But how would you redo the original trilogy? Like, would you just do it like scene for scene and just update it with like modern technology,
You
or
mean the Force
like would
Awakens?
yeah, kind of like that? But yeah, I mean, but could you imagine doing like a scene for scene remake of the Star Wars trilogy?
Yeah, yeah, be interesting. Would be
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think I'd watch it. I'd watch
yeah,
it. But then you can also update things because like we all know now that we watched Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? Where that scene where the Leia comes out of R2D2 as the hologram, and it's all the help me, one Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope,
yeah.
and it says you fought with my father during the Clone Wars, and now it's kind of like you fought with my father during the Clone Wars. Oh, and remember that adventure we went on when I
Yeah,
was 8 years old, or so 10 years old?
yeah. Which I
Is
would clearly
like
remember. I would
exactly,
remember
yeah,
being
yeah.
kidnapped. If I was 10 by Sith. I think that's a fair thing to remember.
Yeah. Mind you, like Obi-Wan Kenobi's got a fuck memory as well because when R2 rocks up and Luke goes, he says that you used to own him, and Obi-Wan's like, I don't remember owning a droid. It's kind of like, dude, this guy went on adventures with you. How thick are you? Seriously.
He was
It's like
keeping his
all
cover.
the
He was keeping his cover.
oh, I see.
You
Okay,
know.
it's kayfabe. It's
Yeah, yeah,
kayfabe.
yeah. Not only that, the true masterminds of the rebellion have always been R2D2 and Chewbacca.
And Chewbacca.
Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
yeah. Who's been around for the
Well,
longest? Yeah, they've always been
they
there.
have, yeah, yeah,
They've been there. They've been in the background, and no one can understand them.
yeah. That's true because I mean, C-3PO got his memory wiped, so
Yeah,
he's just like doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
yeah. R2 didn't, and Chewie's been around for a long, long time.
Yeah. Could you imagine though if C-3PO hadn't had his memory wiped and he's like seen everything that Anakin's doing as Darth Vader and he's just like, oh my god, it's just like, yeah, it wouldn't be good. Like you'd have some real daddy issues.
Indeed. So, do you think Vader tearing down the spaceship was better than Starkiller in Force Unleashed, destroying the Star Destroyer with his Force powers?
I think like the actual look of it was amazing. Like seeing him like just pull that thing out of the sky and then rip the door off. It was so impactful. It was brilliant. And then to see the other ship just take off behind it, it was like I love it. It's great. And the way that they were mirroring the battle with Obi-Wan, the lightsaber battle with Obi-Wan and Anakin while they're master and student, and then this battle, when there's a life and death kind of like
Yeah,
situation. I thought it was great. I thought the way the episode was structured was fantastic. Kat pointed out it was great. They found a way to keep Leia out of the harm's way and keep her in the story, but not have her be the focus of it as well.
yeah,
And yeah, and to see Reva do a face turn as well. I thought that was phenomenal in this episode. Like for Obi-Wan to figure out that she was a youngling. She was there when Anakin just went crazy apeshit on
yeah,
the younglings and took them out. And what her end game was
yeah.
was
And
that you know
the POV shot like from when she was a kid, and Anakin
Mm,
was cutting sick on Order 66, and
mm.
when he went to kill her, yeah, it was good. That just the symmetry there.
Yes, yeah, that was fantastic, and the fact that she's still alive.
Mm.
I think I was like, they build up a great character, and they didn't wipe her out, which is great because then that means we can still see more of her.
However, our previous theory about the Grand Inquisitor from Rebels being a different character
No,
has not no because he's back.
same dude, same
Yep,
dude.
same dude. Still absolutely brilliant though, chewing the scenery. But it's
Yep.
really good to see Vader in his prime, like doing the stuff to make him worthy of the legend of
Mm,
Vader. You know,
yes, yeah.
that's one thing
To
I've
make it
really
so that
enjoyed.
yeah, to make it when people like see him just to be like instantly shit scared.
Which
Like,
is
it's
is how it should. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I was the shirt that I'm wearing is my shirt from the Void, the Star Wars Void, and that was the augmented reality game at Walt Disney World and Disneyland, where you're wearing the VR headset and you were a stormtrooper, and at the end of that, you actually get attacked by Darth Vader. And like when he comes at you, you just shit yourself.
That
Like
would be
it's really impactful.
annoying, like not being able to shoot anything.
Not being able to shoot at anything.
Yeah. Well, you can shoot at
How do
stuff,
you
but
mean?
you'd always miss it.
What when you're shooting at Vader?
If you're a
Yeah,
stormtrooper,
pretty much.
yeah, you
Oh
can't hit.
yeah, no, no, you're not a stormtrooper. That's the thing.
Ah,
That's a conceit. You're
okay,
actually a rebel in stormtrooper outfit, and
right,
you're infiltrating a rebel base to steal the plans for the Death Star.
right.
So
So you're in Rogue
yeah,
One.
it was yeah, it was before that,
Yeah.
but yeah, Cassian Andor's in it. He's in it at the
Is he?
very end.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, yeah,
I'm kind of looking forward
um,
to Cassian Andor as well. I
yeah.
wasn't a
I
big
think
Rogue One
that should be good.
fan, but it's interesting.
Were you not? Were you not a big fan of Rogue One? It's
No.
kind of like the Suicide Squad. It's the Suicide Squad of the Star Wars universe.
Um, yeah, it had some holes in it. Had some holes in it. I think it tried to do too much.
You must admit though, it was one
Let's
of the
talk about
best
our
Vader
hot takes on a
scenes.
movie that's 10 years old.
You must admit though, there was the best Vader scene to date before Obi-Wan Kenobi in there.
Yes, it was.
Like that
Yes.
hallway scene that was mirrored in when Luke turns up in the Mandalorian. So
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
No, that
No,
was.
it's very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this episode of Obi-Wan was great. Although it is like we're in the same kind of issue with Moon Knight, where we're 5 episodes in. There's one episode to go. How are they wrapping this bad boy up? You know?
Yeah. Or will there be more Obi-Wan?
I hope there's more Obi-Wan. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
like I'm really enjoying it. And there's 10 years, oh, so 8 years between now and A New Hope.
Yeah.
So surely there's still 8 years of story that they can tell.
So, like, 9 seasons in total. How awesome would that be?
Yeah, you got nothing else to do, mate, for the next 9 years. Just Obi-Wan. That's all we
Obi-Wan.
want.
That's all we want. That's all we need. There we
Yeah,
go.
and to make the to make the last time we met, I was a student, you were the master thing, in A New Hope. You could just have like the very last season of Obi-Wan. Palpatine says to Vader, "You're now a master and no longer my apprentice." So there you go. Now he's a master as well.
There we go. Any predictions for the end of the first season?
I have no freaking idea.
Will we
Like
get
it,
Qui-Gon?
we've got to get Qui-Gon. Although he's kind of like, in the first couple of episodes, he was kind of like Qui-Gon, 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 trying to call him up and just
Yeah.
not succeeding. And now he's like not mentioned him for the last few episodes, but he is still like he's still that that thing that's got to pop up because
Well, that's
like
it.
he's been
his representation for his connection to the Force. Really,
Yes.
you know, it's his um, disconnect from the Force that stopped him from, or never been able to, for him to be able to connect with Qui Gon.
Mm. How good was that when Obi-Wan and Reva were having that conversation through the door, and then she just like sticks the lightsaber through. That was great.
That was
It
a
was
nice
so
scene.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anything else about Obi-Wan?
No, I think we're done with Obi-Wan.
Brilliant. So if you are watching, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to Spooky Quokka, where Lewis and I will tell you what we think about things.
About
If
stuff and
that
things.
if that isn't a sales pitch, I don't know what is. Okay.
Quite right.
All right. How long do we have? Let's have a look. Where does it tell me on this? It's not telling me. I'm trying to keep an eye on it. What time is it now? No, it's
21:18.
yes. Does it tell me? Okay. We'll keep going. Hopefully, it'll come up with a warning for us.
So what's your thoughts on the Joker 2?
Oh, what's it called? I just put two. Okay, the Joker 2. Can I tell you something, Lewis?
Hmm.
Something I've never told anyone before. I just wanted to keep this
What's
quiet
that?
between you and me. I
And anyone who's watching, yes.
Yeah, I've never actually seen the Joker.
Have you not? Ah,
No, I've
it,
never even wanted to. It just didn't seem. It seemed like an alt right incel movie, and I just didn't want anything to do with it.
it was an interesting film. Yeah, it's not like it's a film about the Joker, like because he's not like a evil criminal or anything like that. He's just literally a guy who descends into madness, and he takes on this clown persona. But even before he like becomes a Joker, he is actually literally a clown. That's what he does as a job. Is he's a party clown kind of thing.
Yeah,
Um, so it's an interesting movie in that it was kind of based on the Joker, but really it was made to make critics go, "Oh, this is really good. Yes, this is fantastic," and for DC to go, "Ah, we made a close movie you like," and yeah, so they kind of achieved that because critics just love the film.
well, having watched it, is it more Antifa or more QAnon? Because
Well,
that's how I kind of like. That's how I've framed it in my mind, and I feel like it is more sort of alt right QAnon incel.
there is a bit of that to the film, like to be fair, because he does kind of start a movement,
Yeah,
and he's not a good guy. He's not the hero. He's very much an anti-hero, but it is a very interesting take on a comic book property, and yeah, it's as I said, it is a social commentary on mental health and also how people can be influenced by these kind of charismatic nutbags, I guess is the best way of saying it. But the Joker 2, I think that's the weird thing is because I think the first Joker kind of could have just been a one and done and just leave it where it is. So the idea of doing a second one of this is like, I don't know, maybe it's they should have left it where it was.
I've heard whispers that it's going to be a musical.
Well, yeah, that was one of the rumors because Lady Gaga has been cast in it, and they haven't specifically said that she's been cast as Harley Quinn, but the the title of the film, it's in French, but it's
For
like
the
Two into Madness.
yes, for
Yeah,
the
Folie du
yeah,
it's
Ladybug and
yeah,
Cat Noir.
yeah, it's basically the madness of two. And so is that saying that it's going to be like Harley Quinn and the Joker and their mutual descent into further madness, or is there going to be two Jokers in this film? Like, do they get somebody else who's also, being the Joker? And how does that turn out? Is one going to be a worse Joker than the other, and the first Joker becomes an anti-hero? Or it's going to be interesting to see how it all turns out. But yeah,
One thing I
very
will
different.
say is I don't think any conventional logic will apply for this one as to how it goes.
No,
It could
no.
even, I mean, that's literally wouldn't surprise me if it was a completely different premise. Um,
Mm.
you've got the you got Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker, but I wouldn't surprise me if it had no relation at all to the first film.
Yeah, no, no. Yeah, just another crack at it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I could see them doing that.
yeah, we'll have
Yeah,
to
no, it should be.
keep an ear out and see what's coming. Anything upcoming other than Thor: Love and Thunder?
Um, well, I'm seeing Lightyear tomorrow night,
Oh,
so I'm kind of looking forward to that. The movie that's been banned in a
yeah,
lot of Eastern countries due to a small peck between two people who happen to be the same gender. Ooh,
yes.
ah,
Oh, did you see?
how
Have you
how controversial.
seen some of the responses? Have you seen Chris Evans' response?
I have not.
He was basically just went, oh, those people are idiots.
Fair enough.
And then Ben Shapiro did something on Twitter about, you know, had the little screenshot of the two ladies together holding the baby. And then the great Cody Johnson from Some More News replied, um, that's two people looking at each other, showing love and affection.
That's
That's
disgusting.
how dare they? How dare two people look at each other, showing emotion?
It was like in Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness, where that young girl had two mothers, and
Yeah,
that loved her. How terrible is that? My God.
shocking. Mind
Ah,
you, I will say that Chris Evans was there for the first ever gay couple in the MCU universe, in MCU universal history. The first two gay
mhm.
guys only happened just before the blip.
Just before the blip.
Yeah,
Did they? Where was that?
that's when Russo plays one of the
No, that was
guys.
after the blip.
Well, yeah, but
That was after.
they happened, and then the blip happened.
Oh, oh yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so they were the only gay
See,
couple in the MCU
in the
ever.
MCU, yes. Well,
Yes.
they've expanded since then.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot more gay people, which is nice. It's good to know that there's gay people in the world.
Yes.
Representation.
All right. Well, I think that should do it for us tonight. No, I think we've still got a few minutes. Anything else?
No, no, I think we're good. I think we've covered off on everything that needs to be covered off on.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for joining us and staying with us to this point. Spooky Quokka, please remember to like, like, subscribe. Spooky Quokka, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. There we go.
Indeed.
Spooky Quokka, out.
Bye.
Bye.